Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to a Viva-Mundo webinar. Today we are joined by the wonderful UC Riverside, who will be discussing their pathway program into UC California. So to begin the webinar, what we will do is we will have a look at a video that they would like to share with you of a campus tour. Please do be reminded you can ask any questions. Please mention them in the question box at the bottom of your screen throughout the whole webinar, and we will get to them right at the very end. Okay, so we'll begin with the video from UC Riverside.
Welcome to the University of California, Riverside. We are your tour guides and we'll be showing you around campus today.
This is where UCR started, the Citrus Experiment Station that will become one of the most prestigious UCs. Welcome to UCR!
Oh, yay,
UCR is over 80 undergraduate majors, which means that there's something for everyone.
We have research in the lab.
And we have research in the field.
Are you interested in the arts? Here at UCR, we have a large and thriving community of artists where your creativity can take over.
Don't forget about UCR's state-of-the-art classrooms and lecture halls.
Here at the Bell Tower, there are hundreds of organizations for you to join. Make sure you get involved.
Clubs, organizations, and student-led groups are where you'll find your family away from family. At UCR, we guarantee you'll find your crowd.
Welcome to the Orbach Library. Want to take a break from studying? Come join us in the Creator Lab, where you can design, create, and innovate. See you there.
Want to take a breather between classes? Go on a hike, have a picnic, or get a breath of fresh air here at the UCR Botanic Gardens.
Want to stay fit? Make sure you check out the Student Recreation Center. We have a rock climbing wall, an indoor track, a swimming pool. This is where fit happens.
UCR has fantastic events from festivals to concerts and, of course, graduation. After you graduate, you become part of the UCR alumni family, a connected network more than 115,000 Highlanders strong.
Speaking of school spirit, we got 17 NCAA Division I sports teams. Go Highlanders!
With a rapidly expanding campus and opportunities for high-impact research, the University of California, Riverside will transform the lives of the diverse people of California, the nation, and the world through the discovery, communication, and preservation of knowledge.
Thank you for joining us on our tour of UCR.
Make sure to check out the dining and housing tours.
Go Highlanders!
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to hand you over to your host, Jason. Jason, would you like to carry on?
So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everybody from a very sunny and beautiful Southern California. We're very happy that you've taken the time to be with us today. We're going to talk more about what you just saw in that really exciting video. So that was just a snapshot of what you can experience at the University of California, Riverside. I'm joined today by my colleague, Omar Medinat, who is our regional director for the Middle East, North Africa, and India. So we're going to talk all about our APP admission preparation program, which is a foundation year, and it's your pathway into the University of California system. So we'll talk more about the university, the features of this program, and what your experience is like. And as Devrula mentioned, of course, please feel free to drop any questions you have into the Q&A feature of the webinar. And when we get through the material, we'll be more than happy to talk about that. So let's get started. Let's talk more about UCR and the admission preparation program. So UCR, as you've probably gathered by now, is part of the University of California system. So we are the most prestigious university system in the world, the #1 public university system worldwide, and among the top 1% of all universities in the world. So you'll see we're part of the 10 campuses, 9 of which welcome undergraduate students, that include UCLA, UC Berkeley, and you'll notice UC Riverside right in the heart of Southern California. So in just a bit, Omar's going to talk more about our location and the campus experience. The campus it's a medium-sized campus. There are more than 25,000 students and over 1,000 faculty members. What's really cool and unique about the faculty is we have 2 Nobel Prize winners on the faculty at UC Riverside. So it's an institution known quite well for not only its academic instruction, but also its research and contribution to the local community, California at large, and the nation. In fact, some of the things that we're very proud of are some of the rankings that we've consistently maintained over the past few years. And one of those is being the #1 for social mobility in the United States, and that's from the US News. And we've also been ranked as the most transformative public university by Money Magazine. So a lot of great accolades to back up what's happening at UC Riverside. So really a fantastic location for studies, and of course, for campus experience, for the American University experience, and to be in California. So I'll turn it over to Omar. And you might want to just unmute quickly, Omar.
Sorry about that. Hello, everyone. My name is Omar Medanat, and I'm the Regional Director for Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia. Thank you for joining us today. We are so excited to let you know more about our APP program. So as said by my colleague Jason, we are the #1 public university system worldwide. And for 2 consecutive years, we were the #1 in social mobility. And also the UC brand is well known worldwide. So you will be a graduate of one of the most renowned names in education in the United States. So this will be your gateway. This program, the APP, will be your gateway to not only the University of California, but it might be your gateway to any of the UC universities or any university in the US or worldwide. All right, can we move?
Great, thank you, Omar. So one of the great things about our admission preparation program, in addition to being a pathway to the University of California system, to UC, or to other universities, is that during this foundation year, you earn university credit. So that's fully transferable credit that you can take with you when you matriculate as an undergraduate student to UCR, to any of the other UC system schools, or to any universities around the world, or I'm sorry, in the United States. So as Omar mentioned, it's a pathway program that most students do prepare for UCR, but others will choose to take, to apply to other universities in the US. So these are credits in a multitude of disciplines. There are over 80 major areas of study at UCR, and during your APP or admission preparation program, you have the opportunity to take these credit-bearing courses such that you transfer those to UCR or any other university with a bit of advanced standing. So that's a really great benefit and feature of the APP program. You're gaining your academic skills, but at the same time taking university courses, studying alongside American university students. So you really get that US university classroom experience and those credits that go with you as you advance in your academic career.
Thank you, Jason. This is really important. So you guys, they all know that the foundation year is a year previous to joining the university. And normally you won't get any credit, but this program gives you almost 70% of credits towards your freshman year. So this program will allow you to engage into a dynamic, engaging, and unforgettable experience. Why? Because it's really hard for some students to move from a school setting to a university setting, or sometimes from a school setting in one country to a university setting in another country. So this program offers a smooth transition between the school and the university. We have the academic department advising unit who could walk with you through this experience, and you will be joining, you will study alongside university students, but you will also have courses in our extension center. So you will have both experiences before moving fully to the university undergraduate experience. So that is a really good advantage of this program as well.
Great, thank you, Omar. And one of the important things that Omar alluded to while he was speaking was the support that you receive for the admission preparation program. So in addition to your amazing campus experience, living the American university experience and having access to all of those great things that you saw in the campus tour, you have a really strong support system at UCR. And our programs, through UCR University Extension, we have two key ways that we support you throughout your journey as a student with us. One of those is a feature that's pretty unique to UCR, and that's the student success coach model that we embrace and that all members of our staff really are part of. And so a student success coach is with you through the entire student journey, from the moment that you inquire about the program, when you're seeking information, through the application process to make sure you have all of your documents, you understand the program, and you can successfully apply into the admission preparation program or other programs with UCR. And then once you become a student, we're there to connect you to resources, to make sure you have the information you need, to help you get involved on campus. You define clubs, activities, organizations that will help you be part of the UCR community, join the gym, and make sure that you're on track to really have an amazing year. So you have the student success coach support, and both myself and Omar are part of that team. And you also have a dedicated academic advising team that are also there from you the moment you're admitted to the program until you're successfully admitted into university, to make sure that this year really is extremely rewarding. So those academic advisors are providing individualized one-to-one coaching for you academically. They're providing you small workshops to prepare for life on campus, and helping you choose those 4 credit courses that I talked about earlier. So it's a team effort, and all of us are dedicated to making sure that you're successful, and that this foundation year through the admission preparation program is truly rewarding, and that we help you find your university partner, whether that be at UCR or anywhere within the United States.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. So I am one of those people. So you guys, and I know how hard of it is it sometimes and how intimidating it might be to do that. So I just want to reassure that you can have access to us, to one that guides you through the process. And you can have my contacts through our website. I will share my contacts with you here. So ask whatever question you have. I know this year is a little bit special because we are moving from COVID and going back to in-person, and we will have students coming into the US this year. So that's really exciting. So we are here for you. Don't be shy. Don't hesitate. Just drop your question. So this slide talks about the Californian dreams. California is a destination not only for to come and study because of the higher education institutions in here, but also because students want to join this experience with beautiful nature, with exploring around, with I would say within 2-hour radius of the university, you can go to Hollywood Studios, to Disneyland. You can go to the beach if you like. There's the desert, and we have the mountains if you are into skiing and snowing. So there's everything around the university. There's the educational experience, and also there's the other experience that combines the fun with exploring nature and getting to know the US and California in specific. So this is a great program, not only because it's a foundation year with credits towards your freshman year, but also because it allows you to sharpen your academic and intercultural experience with students from all over the world joining you in that experience. So you will have other students joining the same program, living the same experience, and walking the same road with you guys through this phase. And with the academic department helping you from day one you join this program, and at the end of the program when you decide to join UCR or you decide to join another university, we will be there helping through the process, the application, preparing all the documents. We have an academic department specifically for this reason. Mostly, I would say 80% of the students who join the APP program, they matriculate to UCR. They love it here. They just want to stay. They love the university. They love the accommodation and how they can go around campus and the city itself. So they just want to go to UCR. Others join other institutions with our help, of course. And the dates for the APP program start on September the 20th until June the 10th of the following year.
Great, thank you so much, Omar, for that overview to the admission preparation program. So Omar outlined a lot of the benefits and features to the program itself in studying at UCR. And here you can see what your year will look like. So at UCR and at the University Extension, we operate on a quarterly system. So each quarter you can see there are different courses you will take as you prepare to apply for admission to UCR or to one of the other UC system schools or another university. So as Omar mentioned, the start date for this program is September 20th. And like he mentioned, we are welcoming students back to campus for in-person classes. So we're really excited about that. So when you come in the fall, you'll meet the staff, we'll have an orientation, we'll do registration, and then your fall quarter kicks off with a lot of programs to help you prepare for academic life at a US university, and in particular UCR. So you're taking classes that help you with your academic skills, learning about what to expect from the classroom on the United States, because we know there are differences from country to country. You'll be preparing to actually apply to the university. So you'll have a course and a workshop specific to completing the application to the University of California, Riverside, or another UC university. So that's part of your fall quarter. But also in that fall quarter, you're starting already with academic credit courses. So you'll take one academic credit course, so you have a taste of what that experience will be like at the university classroom, meeting the professors that I talked about earlier, getting to know students from Southern California and the university community. And then as you progress into the winter quarter, you're still taking some preparation courses, some academic preparation courses, and you still have the weekly workshops to support you for your transition to the university, but you move into taking 3 academic credit courses. So the academic advising team that we've talked about will discover more about your interests. What major do you want to study? What's your area of interest? What do you want to get your degree in? And try to find courses that help you towards that. Or we'll find courses that help you satisfy your undergraduate degree requirements. So the credits you need to take to earn that bachelor's degree. So you're already starting to take those classes while you're with the admission preparation program. The spring quarter, that's the final quarter of the program. So each of these quarters, of course, is 3 months long for the 9-month program. And this is a very exciting quarter because you're continuing with the academic credit courses. So continuing to study alongside American students, earning credit while you get ready to start as an undergraduate student. But this is also the quarter where you learn about your admission to UCR or any of the other universities that you've applied for. So it's the culmination of your year, the academic preparation, the friends you've made from around the world in the US, the experiences you've had on campus, but you also get that admissions decision in this spring quarter. So it's a really exciting part of your academic journey. There are different workshops to help you with social skills, with the final pieces to prepare for your academic journey as a student at UCR, and you'll take those final 3 academic credit courses. Once that's done, you've completed the admission preparation program and you're ready to get started as an undergraduate student. The summer you have off, so you can travel home, but then in the fall, you'll come back as a fully matriculated student, undergraduate student at UC Riverside, maybe UCLA, maybe Harvard, who knows. But most students do come to UCR just for the reasons that Omar mentioned. They really, they love the sense of community, they love the campus. As you can imagine, and as we've talked about, Southern California has so much to offer. There's such a diversity of things to do while you're here, from the amazing cities to the desert, the mountains, the beaches. It's really quite an amazing place. And as I mentioned earlier, the sun almost never stops shining. So it's a really fantastic location. But this is what your year would look like. This is a snapshot of what your year would look like. And then, so I'll turn it back over to Omar. As we mentioned, he's one of our student success coaches, we both are. And we want to invite you to a free advising and coaching session. So I'll let Omar talk more about how to connect with him and to schedule your advising session with him. As you know, the fall quarter is starting soon. So we want to be able to give you time to reach out to us to talk about applying and getting ready for this fall. So Omar?
Thank you, Jason. We are still accepting applications for the program. So that's why I wanted you to have my contact details there. And, looking at your questions and comments, I would also say very important point here, because I know some of the students might struggle with the language component. So for this program, the acceptance in terms of languages, we take 5.5 IELTS to enter the program. And through this year, we will actually strengthen your academic language, your English language. So you don't have to worry to get 7.5 or 8 in IELTS or TOEFL. We accept IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo test. We accept other academic tests as long as you share them with us, and they are one of the accredited academic language tests. So, but the minimum score we ask for is 5.5 to join the program, and then we will work with you on the language component. So this is one important thing to add. And these are my details. Save them. Send me an email. We can book a meeting via Zoom or Teams to speak more about the program. If you want to talk about the accommodation, we're going to be answering your questions. I can see them now, and then we can specify some time for you to let you know about the documents we need and how to submit your application. So feel free.
Yes, thank you very much, Omar. So yeah, please feel free to take his contact information. We will be reaching out to you as well. Find time with yourself, with your friends, with your parents. It's a big decision, we do know that, but it's important that you do schedule a time to speak with Omar so that we can really answer your questions around application in the program. So thank you very much for that, Omar. And now we'll move into our question and answer session.
Okay, great. Thank you for the presentation, guys. A lot of useful information there. We're going to move over to the Q&A now. So if you do have any questions, pop them into the Q&A chat. So let's kick this off with the first question. Is there any particular visa rules at the moment, and will UCR help me to find accommodation, or would we live on campus?
So at the moment, the visa rules are quite standard. They are traditional visa rules. There are actually no restrictions for students who come on the F1 visa. In fact, students who obtain the F1 visa have waivers for travel restriction. So that's a very important question and a very good question to begin with. But there are no visa restrictions. We are seeing the embassies and consulates begin to open up more appointments, and students are getting their visa for this fall. We have a lot of students who have applied. who have successfully gone for their visa interview and to have the visa to travel. So at the moment, no, we're very fortunate and very happy that is much different than last year.
Yeah.
Students are able to get their appointments. We are sending, of course, the form I-20 once the application is approved and submitted. So there are no visa restrictions. The other question was about housing, which is a great question to ask as well. So we have a dedicated on-campus housing unit for international students who come to the admission preparation program. It's called the International Village. It's right next to where a lot of your classes will be, and a very quick walk to the rest of campus. So we help you with that housing. Part of the application process will be the application to the program, but then also for housing, and we support you with that. We have a residence life coordinator who is part of our team, who can help you apply, look at the options for rooms, and let you know all about living on campus. So we do provide housing for students. And it's quite convenient, very comfortable. You get to live with students from around the world. So in addition to the admission preparation program, we have a full portfolio of programs for international students. And students come from Europe, from the Middle East, from Asia, from Latin America. So you really have an awesome opportunity to meet students from around the world, at the same time connecting with the American students who are studying on campus. So really great questions.
Perfect, thank you. I guess on the back of that, there is a question simply of how do I apply?
So the application process is pretty simple. We have an online application, and that's why I would recommend connecting with Omar so he can go through the various documents that you need to submit. For example, we always need a copy of your passport. We'll need a copy of your high school transcripts. We need some financial documents as well. So to apply, the first step really is to schedule a coaching session, an advising session with Omar, so that we can talk about your academic background a little bit, get to know you a little bit more, and then go through the documents that we would need for the application. So my answer to that is first schedule a meeting with Omar, and then we'll walk you through what we need. After that, the application is online. We have an online student portal where you log in, enter your information, and upload the required documents. Then we on our Superstar admissions team will then process your application, and we'll work to get you an answer as soon as possible. If it's accepted, then we'll get you the I-20 and help to coach you towards the visa interview. But that first step, that really important step, is to get in touch with Omar. We do need to, kind of ask a few questions and go through a few scenarios with you, but it's that'll help us to really streamline the process for you. But it's an online application. You can find it at the UCR University Extension website. If you're already ready to get started, that's fine. But I would reach out to Omar just in advance.
Perfect, thank you. And I think the admissions, the admissions link has been added into the chat. So for anyone needing it, just click on that. I guess you've already answered the question about what documents you will need, which is great. There is a question about scholarships. Do you have any scholarships for international students?
We do have some scholarships for international students. We have student success scholarships. You can also apply for those online. The amounts vary, and we take into consideration a variety of different scenarios, but those are available for students, and it's an online application as well. But we have student success and international student scholarships.
Okay, awesome. And is the APP online, or is it in person from next year?
So for the upcoming year, for students studying in China, we do have an online version. We could explore for other countries because we are able to deliver the program online. And if there's flexibility with the student and the time zone they're in, it's possible actually to connect them to that virtual experience for APP. So if you're not quite ready to travel, and that's understandable given what's going on right now, that's okay. But we should talk about that as well. So I would, if you're interested, you're considering it, but online is your only option, then let's talk and let's explore what that opportunity might be. Because we are doing some online delivery for this year. for students who aren't able or not quite comfortable or ready to travel. Most students are coming to the US to do it, but we will have some online presence. So let's talk about that.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Are there any mental health services on campus?
There are. That's a really great question. So when a student comes to UCR University Extension, all students, they're required to have an insurance package for medical reasons. You know, if you get sick, if you get injured, I mean, that's not going to happen. You know, usually that doesn't happen. It's a very small percentage of students, but we do require that. And then supplementary to that would be the mental health services that are provided through the insurance and on campus. So there is that support. And like I mentioned before, the student success coaches are the people who help you connect to those resources. So it's another great feature of the university is that there really is an amazingly large support system for students. There's a great amount of investment in the overall well-being of students who come to UCR, you know, whether that be for, you know, academically, mentally, physically. It's a holistic approach, but we do have mental health services for students.
Perfect, thank you. And actually that brings me on to my next question. How have students found studying abroad during COVID at UCR?
So studying abroad during COVID has been challenging for a lot of reasons. Some students are having to do it not being able to be in the United States. So students who couldn't travel have been, they've had to study abroad in their home country, online. And that's something that was new for a lot of students. So it was challenging to get used to this new environment of, you know, attending Zoom lessons or virtual lessons. And so that was challenging. For students who were in the US, suddenly they couldn't leave and go back home in a lot of cases. So that was challenging as well. But all in all, people learned a lot from that experience. And the universities were able to adapt to the needs of the students who were studying in these different environments, different locations, and find ways to support them better. So, you know, I think one of the things that we've noticed is that initially students were a little bit reluctant to take, you know, programs online and to study online. But as we got better at, you know, teaching online and realizing there were different ways to engage, students actually really liked it. But it was challenging, you know, it was a situation in a pandemic like we've not experienced before. So there were a lot of unknowns and a lot of things we had to learn. We're definitely a stronger organization because of it. Our students are definitely more resilient. We are really happy though, that as of yesterday, California reopened the state. So because of the success with vaccination, with the various controls that were enacted over the past year, the governor has reopened the state almost completely without restriction. So we're looking forward to that and to the fact that we can have students back on campus safely and hoping to eliminate those challenges and difficulties that we experienced over the pandemic. So that's a really great question.
Awesome, thank you. Another question, can I work and study? Will I be able to meet potential employers through UCR?
Really great question, a very common question. So students who are on an F1 visa are able to study up to part-time, so up to 20 hours per week, but it has to be on campus, so on-campus employment only. So it's important to understand there's no guarantee of employment. You're eligible by the fact of holding the F1 visa. So it's possible. And we can talk about that, you know, when a student comes, we have staff that can support them through looking for jobs on campus. But most importantly, we want to first make sure that the priority is around the academics and that you feel comfortable with the course load and the work ahead of you to get into the university system. Once we're comfortable with that, then we can look at extracurriculars and a job would of course be one of those. So yes, it is possible up to half-time, 20 hours per week with on-campus employment. It's something that we kind of go case by case with students because our commitment first and foremost is to your success as a student and to make that successful transition into the university as an undergraduate. but it is possible. Are there opportunities to meet employers through UCR? Absolutely. So if you're a UCR student, there is a career center that hosts workshops, events, provides career counseling, and does connect you with employers. So it's a really great question as well.
Awesome. Is there any specific age requirement?
So for the admission preparation program, most applicants are finishing high school, so they're 17 or 18. For our international programs, if you're doing for APP, you should be in the 17, 18 year range. It's completion of high school. So there are students who have come younger. The only caveat to that is the housing. We have to look at that differently because the on-campus housing requires students to be 18 years of age.
Yeah.
So if you would be younger when the program starts, we would have to look at alternative housing arrangements. Some students, for example, are almost 18, 17 and a half, or just about to turn. So that's a little bit different. We can be flexible there. But if it's going to be longer, we would just need to look at an alternate housing arrangement. But we do have students who have joined APP at younger than 18 years.
Okay, thank you. And we will get to the last question now, as we've gotten quite a few out of the way, which is great. So this one is kind of a blend of both. So any ideas of cost of the application fee, and what courses are you best known for?
Okay, so the application fee, that's easy. That's a $200 application fee that is payable directly on the online portal when you submit the application. And what is UCR best, was the question, what is UCR best known for?
Yeah, what courses are best known?
I would say we are well known for engineering and business courses, along with natural sciences. But a lot of students do come for engineering and business programs, that's for sure.
There are 80 majors, so it's a wide range of courses that students can choose from. But engineering has always been one of the top programs and most competitive to get into, and then also the business school here at UCR.
Okay, awesome. That is brilliant. Thank you so much for your attention, everybody, and for all of your amazing questions. They've definitely been really informative. They will definitely help a lot of students as well to come, which is great. If you do have any further ones, UCR will be in touch with you after registering for the webinar, and they will also be sending you, well, we will be sending you the recording of this webinar as well. So if you have missed anything, you can always go back. And that's it from me. I mean, are there any last words from you, Jason or Omar?
Just to thank everybody for their time today, for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed the presentation, and we want to connect with you more. So this was just a start, a quick conversation on the program about admission preparation and UCR, but connect with us. We can talk to you more. Like Omar mentioned, we have intensive English programs that can help prepare you for APP. We have other credit-bearing programs and pathway programs. So let's continue the discussion. Let's not stop here. Feel free to reach out to us, and we're happy to help you prepare for success on your individual academic journey. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you guys for a brilliant presentation, and to all of the students that are out there, have a great day, evening, wherever you are. All right. Bye, everyone.